You know what I noticed? I've been walking around, talking to people, and meeting a lot of different interesting individuals. Now, I would never be able to tell without asking those individuals what kind of social, I guess, status or social demographic they belong to. And that includes how much money they make. It's funny. I talked with a bunch of rich people, and they don't really look like rich people, but they feel like rich people. You know what I mean? Like, and this is abundantly clear that it just let me tell you a story. I was invited to this Porsche drive here, and I went in there with kind of like just like, you know what, this is gonna be all right, but like, these are not my people, right? These are not my, like, all right, the phone's running away, great. So these are not my type of people, right? These are not my type of people. Like, I'm from a a middle income household, poor, on the poorer side, I guess. I haven't never really had any real money when I was a kid. My parents were just getting by. They both had decent jobs, and that's pretty much it. And so I went to this Porsche drive, and all of these people have like $100,000 car, $200,000 car, $300,000, $500,000 car, and I'm just like, I'm never like, I'm nowhere close to being able to buy that myself. You know what I mean? And so it made me interested as to knowing what kind of people these people are. See if I could extract some lessons or some insights or some value out of them. See how I could be doing better at my current stage. And I came to a very, very crucial realization that I wanted to share with you guys today. You might think to yourself, oh, people are born into riches. They must have had a very good advantage with their family and so on. And that is partially true. But it is not the only reason why they have the riches that they own right now. You see, the thing is, there's a lot of different types of rich people, but let me describe you what happened at this Porsche drive. So I went to this Porsche drive, and with one of my friends, really cool dude. I really appreciate him. We used to go sparring on the at the park every Sunday at some point, which was pretty nice. And basically, he owns this Porsche Boxster, I think it's called. It's like a small Porsche, gray, whatever. And we went to the Porsche drive, and he was like, "Oh yeah, since there's only two seats in the car, I can invite one of you guys." Like, we were in a group of people. He said like, "Oh yeah, I can invite one of you guys to come along and do this if you want." So did that, and it's funny. I got to the Porsche drive with him in his car, and we went out and we talked with a bunch of people, and so I was just the guy coming along, right? So I wasn't somebody important that everybody wanted to talk to, so I just sat there and I listened, and I paid attention to like how everything was set up, right? The different communication between people, how they acted, how they set up everything, who are the leaders, who are the most important people in the room, so on and so forth. And so this was extremely interesting because my friend knew a couple of the people around, because the only thing they had in common was the fact that everybody owned a Porsche. And so it made everything funny because my friend was talking with most of these people are like in their 50s or 60s or older than that own a Porsche, and they don't really, there's not that many like young people. Like me and him, we were the youngest, one of the youngest people there. Like I think my friend is like 33, 32, something like that. And I'm there, I'm like fucking 23, right? Probably one of the youngest people there. And so we go there, and we go on this drive. So basically it's a drive for like a couple hours, and then you sit down at a they have like a reservation made at a reserve or like a resort or something, and you go there, you eat for a little bit, you have a chat with people, and then you go for another drive, and then you go home. And so this was a very, very interesting, right? Because I got there and I started analyzing people. And that's when I noticed so clearly, clear as day, that these people, these so-called rich people, didn't actually care about anybody else other than themselves. They wanted to punch around and show off the fact that they had a really nice car, and yeah, this is the engine, and da da da, and then blah blah blah. And it's funny, I thought there would only be like a bunch of men there, but there was actually quite a few women, and men with their wives or stuff like that. And so it made me realize, okay, these people actually don't do anything like in their lives. Like they just inherited all the value that they own. Like most of it, they haven't even created it. There's a couple guys that I could see, okay, these guys are like big people. Like, okay, this guy owns a company and so. This guy owns a company and so, and they're actually active in it. But most of the people that owned a company or that did something or that whatever, they were very like laid back and quite lazy. Most of them weren't very much in shape. Most of them didn't really take care of themselves physically. The only thing they took care of is their money. That's it. And most of it was inherited. Now that you think about it, these people have no fucking clue how to run a company properly. They have no fucking clue how to make more money. The only thing they know how to do is manage the money they have. And listen to people that say, hey, do this and you can get more money. That's it. That's the only thing they know how to do. They have no real skill. They have no real value to provide. The only thing they have is they have money. That's it. And so you think about it for a second and you're like, how are these people in positions of power, positions of influence, positions of financial wealth, and have nothing to provide for it? They have no skill. They have no value. They have no competence. They're just playing the game of money, power, and status. That's it. And they punch around, and relationships matter quite significantly, and appearances matter quite significantly. You know how like a medieval king would appear in front of the peasants to just make sure that everybody remembered, oh, he's the king, right? We need to obey him. That's basically what it felt like. But all of these people, instead of being dressed like the king, they were dressed like peasants. They were dressed like regular schmegs. Regular schmegulars. It was baffling to see how there was rich people that would act like rich people, entitled rich people, but dress like lazy, laid-back peasants. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, if I was rich, everybody would know. Everybody would know. Why the fuck do you think I wear a suit on a day-to-day occasion? I value myself. I respect myself enough to wear this. And people treat me with the respect I treat myself with. And so, by the simple fact of wearing a suit, going to the gym, eating healthy and taking care of my health and having a very fit body and a taking care of a like aesthetic. I take care of my grooming, I take care of my body, I take care of my hygiene, I take care of everything. And these people don't even do that. They don't even give a shit. They just care about money. Oh, look at my new car. This is what's baffling to me. Because most people that don't have money, or they don't come from a rich family, I never came from a rich family either, but the values that were instilled within me ever since I was a kid have basically helped me understand how the world works and helped me put myself on this path that I am on now, which is financial wealth is a goal that I want to attain, right? It's financial freedom. Being able to do whatever you want, go wherever you want, do whatever you want. So, the point being, I'm talking to you about this not because I want to share a story about how rich people do things. I want to share a story to make you angry, make you realize that there are rich people that are more stupid than you are, more idiotic, more simple, that provide less value than you can. They just walk around, they're laid back, they're lazy, they're driving around in their fast cars, but they're not doing anything. They're not providing any value. They're not running $1 billion company. They're just inheriting what their family has given to them. That's it. And so what you need to understand is this is most rich people out there. This is what's for the taking, for the new generation, for us here. For us, we can take over everything. We can steal their companies because we can improve our skills and we can be better than they are at running a company. And then we can steal it from right under them. Either the company itself or the customers of that company or any of that. You can just steal it. It's ripe for the taking because it's kind of like another story is Genghis Khan when he attacked China. The emperor of China at the time was a lazy, laid-back, lazy fuck. An idiot. The previous emperor was very, very strong, very firm. And his son, this new emperor, was a fucking idiot. And so Genghis Khan said, what if we attacked China and we just started raping and pillaging and taking everything? Just burn everything down and take the money and take the women and just go home. And that's what they did. And the emperor of China just shat himself. And Genghis Khan took over all of China. Just fucking, there you go. Because the king, the emperor in this case, was lazy. He grew fat and lazy and stubborn and it didn't do anything, like he was like, I don't give a fuck, I just want to drink my wine and have fun with my women and blah blah blah. And so this means that, like Genghis Khan, you can come in and just steal everything. It's ripe for the taking. You just need to understand that it's going to take a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, and you're going to have to create this, your armed force, your army, your conquering horde of Mongols to take over and just ransom land, ransack everything, just take everything, just steal it. just take it. It's yours if you want it. Nobody's gonna fucking defend it properly. Everybody's a fucking idiot. And you can apply the same concept to business. You can do the same thing with a lot of different concepts. You can do the same thing with dating and relationships. You can do the same thing with business. You can do the same thing with a lot of things. But at the end of the day, the new generation can do more than the generation before. So if you have the power, if you have the energy and the time and the mental resolve to actually sit down and think to yourself, what kind of strategy can we come up with to take over China, in this case, other businesses, the customers, whatever, steal all of their market, just take it, just conquer it, because it is possible. That's what I've been doing over the past 4 years, improving my skill, getting more and more valuable, getting more and more capable. And over the course of a couple of years, it has been more and more and more clear. It's more crystal clear than ever before that people don't deserve what they have right now. And you can be the one who deserves by being the one who takes it. if you have enough value to provide, if you have enough skill and capability and mental resolve as a man, you can do so many things. You don't have to just sit there and work your job and struggle and whatever. You can create a group of people and you can come up with a strategy to combine your forces and to take what's rightfully yours. As in the movie Troy, when Achilles first set foot on the beaches of Troy, on the Trojan beaches, he said, "Take it, it's yours." Same thing happens here. You need to be the kind of guy who is either going to lead an armed force, or you need to find somebody who can. Find somebody who's on his way up and you need to help him. You need to push him forward. And those are the two different options that I see that can benefit not only your life the most, but also the lives of your loved ones. Don't you want to have more? Don't you think you're being like born to be great? Or are you just gonna sit around and just be a fucking lazy schmuck? I mean, the choice is yours. The couch is right there in your fucking living room if you have one. You can watch TV, eat pizza, drink Coca-Cola, and watch the fucking football. Or you can come up with a plan and conquer what is rightfully yours for the taking. Because it is right there. The money is on the table. You just have to reach out and take it. It's not that hard. And anything that is hard to obtain is worth keeping. So you need to think for yourself, what am I going to do with my time, my energy, and right now, right this moment, what am I going to do? And choose. Every single day you wake up and you get to choose what kind of person and what kind of things you are going to do. What kind of person you are going to be, what kind of things you are going to do, and get them done. Or don't. And just sit back and be a lazy rich schmuck. And maybe not even that rich. Maybe you don't even have any money. Maybe you don't even have anything. And in that case, I urge you to figure out what you think you deserve and work your ass off to get it. Because that's what I've been doing over the past 4 years. Now, it won't take as much time as it took for me, for you to get where I am now. Because I am here to give you the lessons and give you the understanding and give you the resources and the experience that I've lived, so that you can go out there and in less time you can achieve what I've achieved. If one man can do it, another can do it. It's very simple. Humans are very interesting when you actually think about it, because we can be at the same time so incompetently lazy, but at the same time so great and filled with life. And you get to choose which option are you going to pick today. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the feedback and the support that I've been getting on the past few couple of videos. I post videos every single day around the same time. So if this is the kind of subjects that you're interested in listening to every day, just subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you think about it. And with that said, it's a beautiful day. So it's going to be time to get back to work, and I will see you in the next one tomorrow. See ya.